Hello everybody, today we will be doing Lab 25, Securing Data with Encryption Software. In this lab, we will be conducting data security practices using various tools such as TrueCrypt and TrueCrack. When we get to those points, I will be briefly explaining what they are, but for now, we'll be starting our lab. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to launch the Kali machine. Use the usual login, root, tor, and then wait for it to boot up. Okay, we're going to open up a terminal and open the TMP directory. We'll input this command, touch billing.txt, and then we're going to open TrueCrypt. And you can see right here, we have our slots, our volume, the size of the file, mount directory, and type. Now we'll explain what TrueCrypt is. TrueCrypt is a software program that creates an encrypted file on your computer and lets you access the encrypted file using the drive letter. Files can be copied to and from a mounted TrueCrypt volume, as I will show later on in the lab. And they can be copied to and from any normal disk, just like that. So we will create a volume right now. We'll be creating our TrueCrypt container. Standard encryption, because we are not being extorted or forced by somebody to reveal the password, so we do not have to use hidden TrueCrypt volume. Select the file, and we are looking for the file that we set up earlier, the billing.txt. So we'll go to our file system, look for TMP right there, and our billing text, and we will replace it. And then here we are. We will move on, make sure that everything matches up. The encryption options, the encryption algorithm, AES, and our hash algorithm, RIPE MD160. Yep, everything checks out. So we'll just move on. For the volume size, we will put 50 megabits. As you can see, we have 3.1 gigabytes of free space, but we don't need that much. So we'll move on. Our password is just going to be simple, since we will be using TrueCrack later on in the lab. We don't want to make the password too difficult. Just to make sure everything's okay. Short passwords are easy to crack using brute force techniques. Yes, but that is fine. So we'll move on. We'll say yes. Our file system, everything checks out. And then we can see right here that it is creating a random pool. We'll format it. TMP billing already exists. That's fine. You can see it's been successfully created. We'll exit. And then now we will mount we will mount it to our slot right here. We will select the file. And mine, it shows recent already, so we can just do that. And then we will select slot 1. Okay, we will mount it. And then we will put in the password that we set up earlier, which was just password. Okay, that's fine. Now you may notice that the megabits are slightly off. It shows 49.8 instead of 50. That's nothing to be concerned about. It's perfectly fine. The program will still run normally. Nothing has been lost. So we can see that we've selected billing.txt. We have the size, the mount directory, and the type. So we will continue on. Now we will go up here to places. We'll open up computer. We will go to file system. Oh, well, also, you notice right here, for our mount entry, you can see that TrueCrypt 1 now shows up. So we will go to File System, looking for TMP right here, go to Captures, and we will copy these using Command A and Command C. And then we will click on the TrueCrypt volume. You do not want to click on this arrow right there because it'll make everything disappear. And we will paste the, we will paste the documents and not open up a file like I did right here, or a folder. And now we will go back. We will dismount from this. Oh, right. Before I move on, the process of mounting is by which an operating system makes files and directories on a storage available for users to access via the computer file system, like we did earlier, like I just showed recently. And then unmounting a volume makes a file system inaccessible to its droplets operating system. That means that the operating system can't write to or read from the volume. You should unmount volumes before resizing or detaching them to protect the data that they hold. So now that that's been explained, we will dismount. And we will go back to Places, click on Computer. As you can see, the TrueCrypt file is no longer there, meaning that the dismount was successful. And we will move on to the second part of our lab, which is using TrueCrack. And TrueCrack is a brute force password cracker for TrueCrypt volumes. It works on Linux and it has been optimized for NVIDIA CUDA technology. And it supports a number of OSs as well. Or hashing algorithms, I should say, not OSs, my mistake. Such as RipeMD 160, PBKDF2, SHA 512, and Whirlpool. So we will go and open up a new terminal, and we will input truecrack/help, see the list of commands. As I stated before, key derivation functions, default UC RipeMD 160, SHA 512, and Whirlpool. And then the next thing we're going to do, whoops, my mistake, is input this command, truecrack, oops, sorry, my mistake. truecrack/t/billing.text/w. Oops, my mistake. And it appears that I have made a mistake here. One moment. So I try to resolve this. Must have inputted it incorrectly. /w. Words list /pass list. There we go. Accurate. Okay. And we can see right here that the TrueCrack application has found the password. If this is accurate, we created the encrypted container using the weak password or password as it shows right here. So let's go back to the TrueCrypt application right here. We'll select the second slot. We will mount another device. Oh, there we go. Fine. And now we see that since the mount is now successful, we go to places to verify that it is there, and yep, there it is, TrueCrypt 2. We have now successfully mounted another volume entry. And that is the end of the lab. I hope you guys enjoyed.